Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We are going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you, where we'll be taking a look at this brand new month of November 2025. Do hope that your month of October was a good one, and I hope November is even better for you. So this is a month of retrogrades. We have a Mercury retrograde on the 9th, and then Jupiter will also be in retrograde as well during this month. But let's go ahead and get all of the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it. That's looking just about good enough to me. All right. Cool. Energy on the bottom. Sagittarius, you have an amazing card for you. You have the King of Wands. This could be any fire sign, but many times I associate this with Sagittarius because this is somebody who is a leader in business, okay? But this is also somebody who is okay with who's a bit comfortable with taking risk. You could maybe say that this person is at a point in their career where they'll take some calculated risks. But the King of Wands is like the classic entrepreneur, Sagittarius, and you actually have the perfect combination here in this reading for like starting a business. This could certainly be the case for you here as I look at this King of Wands as well as the Ace of Wands. That is my combination for entrepreneurs. But if you are not somebody who likes to own a business or want to start a business, it could mean that there are like some really exciting new developments that are taking place or happening in your career as well. That is also that could also be the case. Now, the other thing here is, if this is not about career, but I think it probably is because I don't see a lot of cups, there may be something in your life here in November that you are just really, really passionate about, okay? There's a ton of wands here on the board. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wands, so more than like half the cards because we've got 9 and then 1 on the bottom, so like half the cards here are wands. And you know, wands connect to business and career, but also your passions in life. And there may be something that you are really, really, really passionate about in this month as well. So I think I kind of lost my train of thought there, but regardless, let's go ahead and let's continue and let me get back on track here. There's a lot going on in my mind as I look at these cards because I really like what I'm seeing here for you, Sagittarius. I believe some of the readings prior to this were a bit challenging for Sagittarius, but this month looks like it could be very good. Now, right away in the middle, you do have the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups, it does represent maybe feeling a little overwhelmed or anxious about something. And the overwhelm and anxiety in this case would connect to the idea of choice, okay? Sometimes when we have so many choices and we have so many paths in front of us, it can be a little, overwhelming. And the good thing about the 7 of Cups is that it does represent that you have optionality in life. You have options, okay? You have options here. And the thing is that you have to, with the 7 of Cups, the message is to, realize that there are really no wrong choices in life. The only wrong choice is no choice at all. Not making a choice is actually the wrong choice, in my opinion. And especially in a reading like this, right? There are times in life where like maybe it's good to play it safe or sit back a little bit, but eventually you will have to make a choice, right? And especially in a reading like this where there's so much fire, right? There's so many wands, there's so much passion and excitement that is going on here. I think that you're in a really strong position in this month of November. You may have multiple opportunities in front of you. You may have multiple directions that you could go here in November, Sagittarius, with this 7 of Cups and the King of Wands. It might make more sense for you to kind of pick a lane before the 9th, But if you can't, the reason I say that is we'll be in retrograde on the Mercury retrograde on the 9th. And most of the month, actually, we will be in retro. It'll be from the 9th to the 29th. So most of the month. And then we've got that Jupiter retrograde on the 11th as well. So there's a lot of sort of like, backwards energy in the astrology. But yeah, so it might go a little bit more smoothly at the beginning of the month if you can make a choice. But if you can't, then it's just astrology, right? Don't let the astrology define you. If you have to make a choice during retro, that also works out. But anyway, let's get some more details on this. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so I love what's going on here in this column for you. I do see that you have been inspired to complete a project in the workplace or in some other area of life. Like I said, if this is not work related, there's some new passion in your life that you are really, really excited about. Like, let's say you're retired, you have something that you are super, super into. When you wake up in the morning, there's something that, it might be a hobby, it might be a trip that you're taking, or whatever the case may be. There's something that you're really, really into. But I think I am mostly talking to people who are still working, or maybe even, somebody who's interested in starting something or doing a side hustle. The Three of Pentacles, this person here is holding up a project. They're showing off their work. And this is actually a really good sign for promotions in the tarot. It can represent kind of up-leveling in your career. You would like to see the Eight of Pentacles with this for sure, but this person has just completed very good work, okay, is the idea of the Three of Pentacles. And it does refer to your colleagues as well, the people that you work with. But for you, I think this is more so, we do have two threes, okay? We have three threes. Okay, so I still think that this applies that if you are like more of an entrepreneur, that you have built something that you are really proud of, or you are getting excited to build something that you are proud of. And at the same time, I think there also is a group of people here that are really networking with others. There's actually a big message here of partnerships and alliances. Now that I'm seeing this and I've taken a closer look at the cards, there's actually an opportunity to work with people in this month, and that could actually go quite well for you, okay? You may also have the support of people around you for something as well as it relates to career or another area of life. Yeah, you may actually have some support here. There may even be a situation where you're being headhunted, meaning if you are looking to move to a new job, somebody could be very much interested in hiring you in some way here, as I see the message of optionality here with the Seven of Cups and this leader in business, the King of Wands, if that is not you. But we then here get to the Ace of Wands. This is the passion. This is the spark of life. This is getting started on something. This is initiating something, okay? Initiation. That is what the Ace of Wands is about. It's igniting a fire in your life, and it's perfect for starting a business, starting a side hustle, or new beginnings in career. I'll be looking out when we clarify to see if there are, to get more confirmation on that part. If you are, what's going on there? Are you getting a new job? Are you starting a new business? What is the case there? I'll be looking out for clarifications there. And then the Two of Wands, the thing is that you definitely have a decision to make, okay? Because the Two of Wands, it can indicate potential, which is great. You definitely and certainly have potential here with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, but you definitely have a decision that you have to make that is career related. This is a good decision, okay? This is a good problem to have in your career because you have optionality. You have choices, options, and decisions here that are on the table for you. In this month of November, things are looking very good for you. Let's go ahead and take a look in this middle column. You have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay, so with the Three of Wands, this can refer to partnerships and alliances, just like the Three of Pentacles can indicate your colleagues, but the Three of Wands, it is about growth and expansion in your life. And take a look at this. You have Ace number 1, 2, and Three of Wands very close to each other here. When I see this, your situation is progressing, in this case, rapidly, okay, very quick, because there is an aspect of speed to the Wands, especially when you get the Eight of Wands, right? So there is something that is on the way here very quickly for you in November, okay? And don't worry about the retrograde portion of that, because I believe that this thing that was on the way, and we'll figure out what that thing is, but what is on the way here, I think, was seeded way before November 9th, okay? And like, as a general rule of thumb, if there's something that you started before the retrograde, like, don't not do it during retro, right? Like, don't not do it because you're in a retro, right? Like, I believe something that was seeded a long time ago or a while ago, like that, certainly before November, maybe during October, maybe before October, this is coming in for you, okay? And this is providing you with an opportunity to grow and expand. The problem is for you, and this is a good problem, is that you are not entirely sure what the right direction is right now because of the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, right? And basically, I believe that you're in a scenario here where things are good, things are okay, but you also have choice. And, I'll just give you an example. Like, maybe one choice is like, okay, you have a job, it's paying the bills, but you also see that there's an opportunity for you to, I don't know, start a YouTube channel or start a business, right? Some other business that's related. This is where the struggle is for you. Like, internally, you have choices, okay? And another example would be you're in a job, it's paying the bills, and you're being headhunted. Somebody wants to offer you a new opportunity or a better career opportunity as well. This could certainly be on the table for you, okay? And the Eight of Wands to me would suggest, especially with the Seven of Cups, that there is a lot of communication coming in, a lot going on in your inbox this month here in November, because this is communication from a distance, phone call, text messages, letter, email, these sorts of things, social media posts. This could be coming in for you in this month of November in a pretty big way here with the Seven of Cups, right? Indicating many. Seven of Cups indicates many. So yeah. And the thing is that this is an opportunity. Some of you may want to, maybe the advice here is that some of you may want to treat this as like an adventure, okay? Because the Three of Wands person is like an adventurer, right? You actually do have two travel cards here, but I think it's like a smaller group of you. But yeah, you may find a lot of enjoyment in turning this process into an adventure in this month. Now, in the final column here, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. So one thing that is very important to you is that this new scenario that you seem to be walking into is long-term, okay? It's something that is stable, something that is long-term, and something that you can commit yourself to, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles, for sure. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, I see that you will be celebrating here in this month around something, okay? There's something you have to celebrate in the month of November. The three friends or the three sisters are dancing on the cups are overflowing, it's good vibes. The vibes are high, okay, in the Three of Cups card. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card of results and something coming in, right? Something that you have longed to work for finally coming in. Okay, it is also a card of like profit taking or maybe even making a sale. These sorts of things could be on the table as well, but it's some result usually connected to money in some way that could be showing up for you here in this month of November. I think that this strongly connects to some career aspect for you, okay? I haven't seen a stronger career reading in a long time, okay? And certainly for you, but I haven't seen one in a while. So this is a very, very exciting time for you here in November, Sagittarius. Why don't we go ahead and let's get even more details on this. We'll pull some oracle cards, and then we'll also pull some tarot cards for you. Move into this clarifications portion of the reading. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, energy on the bottom, you have eagle, see from a higher perspective. I think this idea of like taking a bird's eye view and acquiring a different perspective or acquiring a higher level of perspective is very important and helpful when you have a Seven of Cups scenario, which is like you have so many choices in front of you and you need to make a choice, but you're having a hard time with it, right? Like seeing from a higher perspective can really be comforting and helpful, in a scenario like that. Let's see what else we have. You have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. You have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within, as well as Air Guardian, shift your perception, right? So we've got perspective, we've got perception here, and maybe some of you are realizing that, this is like, you in fact, in this month, you may feel like quite literally blessed. You know, you might quite literally feel blessed in this month to be in the situation that you're in. And what I would say is like, it's your karma to be here. You earned it. You deserve it, right? This is the situation that you've built for yourself. Let's see what else we have here. You have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. You have Animal Guardian, trust your instincts, as well as Summer, bask in joy and light. Like I said, I do think that this was seeded earlier in the year, maybe during the summer, let's say May through August, May through September, in that range. That could certainly have been the case for you. And now it's kind of coming to a head here in November. Okay, so cool. Let's go ahead and let's get more details here on from the tarot cards. Now, Sagittarius, do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. All right. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Split the deck, and then we will get some more perspective on this reading, try to get some more details. All right, you have yet another ace. You have the Ace of Swords, you have the Magician, and the Eight of Cups. It is interesting. The idea of like walking away from a disappointing situation is showing up here with the Eight of Cups, but intuitively it doesn't even feel like it's terrible, okay? Maybe it's slightly disappointing for you. Like maybe there's just the situation you're in now is okay, like, but it doesn't feel like super disappointing, just intuitively. So the way that I'll look at this Eight of Cups is that you are like simply walking away from something, and you probably have your good reasons for this. Like you may feel like you have an opportunity to unlock your potential in a greater way, and that's probably why like you're doing this, or like there's a significant more amount of potential in this new opportunity or path that's in front of you, right? I think it's about potential, like either your own potential or the potential within the field that you work in or the business that you operate. Like I see that this is probably around potential for you, and it's not that the previous scenario was super disappointing, but you know that there's more. You know that there's more, and I think that you can really connect to that in this month of November. Now, with the Magician and the Ace of Wands, wow. The Magician is all about manifestation, and most importantly, the Magician, this is a card of talent, skills, abilities. You see the infinity symbol above their head. This card asks you to take action. What I would say is, Sagittarius, you have got yourself to this point. You brought yourself all the way here. You brought yourself all the way to this point. You have done everything to manifest this in front of you, right here, right now. So now take action on it. Okay? Do not squander the opportunity. Take action on it, because you've really willed this into your life. Okay? And it's probably through your energy, your effort, your hard work, your gifts, your skills, your talents, your abilities, and you've brought it in. Okay, so take advantage of what is here in front of you in this month of November. Now, with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, I like this. This is a breakthrough in your career in this case. And I think that some of you have built something that is, successful, I would say, even. Like, because the Ace of Swords is a card of success, and the Three of Pentacles is about building. If it's not about your, colleagues, it's a card of building. So you do have the Tower here. You have the Queen of Wands, okay? And the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is an interesting twist, right? So Queen of Wands, King of Wands is a counterpart, a divine counterpart in the tarot. And with the Ace of Cups, the influence of the Ace of Cups, that could certainly, you could certainly make a romantic connection there if you're just looking at the cards, for sure. But I want to remind you that we have a number of messages here around partnership and alliances, okay? So this could be a business partnership here that is forming as well, or a career partnership, or someone in career here that is, strongly showing up in this reading at this time. That could also be the case, but triple aces in a tarot reading are always amazing. Ace of Wands, Swords, and Cups, always amazing. It doesn't happen all the time. And I definitely see that that is a confirmation that there is something new underway for you here in this month, without question. If this is your reading, right? If this is your reading, remember tarot's never 100%, but it does seem like Sagittarius people are going to be really undergoing a new beginning here in this month of November. The Tower, remember one card never makes a reading. The Tower, it represents a surprise in this case, something that you maybe didn't see coming, and it's around communication. Okay, it's around communication as you have the Eight of Wands in the Tower. Something might be coming through to your inbox that you weren't expecting, and it's probably of a good nature in a reading like this, right? You may also find yourself surprising others as well during this time, as you may be sending in letters of resignation in order to pursue something else, or you may be announcing to people that you are doing X, Y, or Z. And that may come as a surprise to others. There is an element of surprise here around communication with the Eight of Wands and the Tower. I should also say with the Queen of Wands, this is a call to be confident. This is a call to confidence in the tarot, and this is somebody who is really, really powerful within themselves, right? They're authentic, okay? The Queen of Wands is an authentic person, and they are not trying to be anyone else. They are unequivocally the Queen of Wands, and this is, your opportunity to be the most authentic version of yourself in this moment, in this month of November, as you make a choice here with the Seven of Cups, right? So I would say, like, whatever choice you make, it does need to really align with you, Sagittarius, right? Like, for sure, never make a choice, that is, not authentically aligned to you. And remember, there are no wrong choices. So if you do end up doing that, like, eventually you'll get right back on the same path. But it's really best to stay within your authenticity, Sagittarius. So you then here have the King of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the Six of Pentacles. All right, I would just say there is something interesting here. There are a couple ways I could go with this. The Page of Swords is one of my Mercury retrograde cards, so I'm not surprised to see it coming in for this series. And so one way I could take this is that this will happen, I don't know, between the period of time between November 9th and the 29th. The reason I don't like that is these are general readings, and it's really hard to wrap down timing. But certainly maybe something like that could be going on. The other thing here is I'll just give a small caution, okay? Just know that, like, gossip is a lower vibrational energy, and gossip is sort of like a form of, like, self-hatred in a certain way. And with the Page of Swords and the Three of Cups, just be careful of anybody around you that wants to engage in gossip at this time. Okay, that's something that I just feel like it's a small thing that I just want to say. I think everybody in their life has gossiped at some point, but just know that it's really taking you away from yourself when you do that. It's like putting other people down. It's just like, yeah, it's just like a lower vibrational energy. This is something I just want to say with that that Page of Swords and the Three of Cups. Then I'll say here as well with the Six of Pentacles, this can represent generosity and a sort of balancing of a situation that's going on. I definitely like what's going on in terms of your career, money scenario there. And the King of Swords, this is somebody who's an objective leader, and this is somebody who, by the way, doesn't play favorites, okay? This is somebody who doesn't engage in forms of gossip or anything like that. So this is somebody who's very, like, respected, in business, in their career, so forth and so on. So, yeah, this is something I want to throw out there. Now on the bottom, you do have the Queen of Cups. Notice how we have so many court cards, okay, that are now showing up here, especially in the clarifications. We start off with a king. We now end with a queen. We have a Queen of Wands, a King of Swords. We've got a page, right? So this month here, I think, is going to be a strong month for communication. I think there are a lot of people around you in this month and during this time. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper cards for you here, Sagittarius, and see what is in the Kipper messages here. Okay. Wow, what a strong reading for Sagittarius. You have change. Here it is. Okay, some of you are definitely making that happen with triple aces. You have judication, gift, occupation, okay, marriage, and imprisonment. Remember, this is really not a strong love reading, so I think there's like some sort of like union here that you've been in with your career or another area of your life. Probably not marriage, but it's probably not showing up as that here in this reading. This may feel like you want to get out. You want to get out of this union in some way with imprisonment, marriage, judication, and I see change in occupation with that, right? So I see that this is certainly a potential for you. There's a interesting, I don't want to say weird, but there's an interesting like number of like like legal cards here with the adjudication, courthouse, King of Swords. King of Swords would be like a lawyer or could be a lawyer in the tarot. There may be a timeline here that some of you are kind of like working on or connected to. Gift is certainly like your talents and gifts. It could also be like a small gift in life. It's not a windfall, but it's like a small gift that you receive in some way. It could also be like a bonus that is showing up in this type of a reading, or a pay bump, something like that could certainly be here. On the bottom, tons of communication happening for you here with message, Eight of Wands, the page. Let's go. Sagittarius, love this reading for you. Go out there, enjoy November. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.